All right, guys, so today what we're going to do is we're going to be working on plotting points and then using those plot lines, the plots, to draw lines and then describe the patterns. So the first thing that we have is we have a chart here, and we have our x coordinate and we have our y coordinate. So we need to put it into what we call a coordinate pair, which we have seen on our lessons before. So right now we all know that when I have my coordinate pair, my x goes first and then my y. I run and then I jump. So my x goes first, then y. So kind of think about it in your alphabet. Your x goes first and then your y. So when I make this ordered pair, I'm going to do it 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7. Okay. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to plot these 4 points. Okay. And when I do this, I've noticed that it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, but I do have some odd numbers in here. And so what I need to remember is that in between each of those numbers, that would be where your odd numbers would be. And so we don't necessarily need to write them. It's just something that we would know. So on this one, I want to go over 0. So I want to be at 0, my origin, and I want to go up 1. Okay, remember, run, then jump, but I couldn't run anything because it was 0. Now I'm going to run 2. And then I'm going to jump up to 3. Okay, I'm going to run 4 and I'm going to jump up to 5. And I'm going to run to 6 and I'm going to jump up to 7. Okay, and so then it says to use a straight edge to draw a line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line here to connect them. And it says, write a rule showing the relationship between the x and y coordinates of this plot. And it just said, what I'm just going to write is y is 1 more than x. That's it. Because when I look at this, I have 0 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. The difference in the coordinate is just y is 1 more than x. Okay. Then it says to name 2 other points that are on this line. And I know I didn't really do a fantastic job with this, but you can kind of see I'm going to do this one right here, which if I go run 5 and up 6, so I'm going to say 5, 6. And the thing is I know I'm going to be correct with this because y is 1 more than x, and so that does match it. And then I'm actually going to do this one right here where it's going to be I've run 7 and I'm going to jump up 8. So I've got 7, 8, and it still follows that rule. So there's a lot of different options that we could do. This next one, it says to complete the chart, and then we're going to plot the points. On this one, again, the same thing, x and y. X goes first, y is second. And if I'm noticing on this, I have halves. Okay, 2 and then 4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plot these, and I also notice here's 1, 2, so I do have something in between, and that's where your half is going to be. So I'm going to first start off, I'm going to run a half and I'm going to jump 1. I'm going to run 1 and then I'm going to jump to 2. I'm going to run to 1.5 and I'm going to jump to 3. I'm going to run to 2 and I'm going to jump to 4. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to make my straight line down, okay? Then it says write the rule that shows the relationship between these x and y coordinates. Well, when I look at this, at first I'm like, well, maybe the difference would be a half, but it really is not. When I look at this, I think about what can I do to these numbers to get to the other numbers. So like, could I add like a half? So if I do 1/2 plus 1/2, that does give me 1. But if I come down here, if I do 1 plus 1/2, is that going to give me 2? No, it's not. I can't subtract anything. To me, it looks like it's doubling. Okay, so 1/2 and 1/2 is going to be 1. 1 times 1 is 2. 1 and 1/2 plus 1 and 1/2 is going to be 3. 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. So the rule is you double the x, and that is it. Okay, so now I need to find 2 plots on this line, and this one's kind of a little difficult. I'm going to come here, so I know that it's going to be 2.5, and then 5. And it does follow my rule. So if I did 2.5 times 2, it would give me 5. And then let's see here. I've already done a half. I've already done 1. I've already done 1.5. I've already done 2. I did 2.5. I could do 3. And if I do 3, I should be right here that my coordinate would be 3, 6. Okay, so pretty simple. All you have to do is kind of look at what you have and look at those lines.